30-year-old Adam Kostler from Brisbane, Australia, has been given 2 years of probation for giving his sick daughter cannabis oil, who'd been given a 50% chance of long-term survival. He explained in court that his daughter Rumer was diagnosed with stage 3 neuroblastoma cancer in 2014 when she was just 2 years old, which led him to researching the benefits of medical cannabis online and eventually supplementing her chemotherapy with cannabis oil mixed with coconut in her food. Adam says that her cancer-ridden little body was alive again. She'd be able to eat like a champion and began to gain weight. Her weight was up, energy was up, and wanted to go outside with me instead of lay on her back with legs curled up. Kostler pled guilty to the Brisbane Supreme Court to 4 counts of supplying a dangerous drug to a minor and 1 count of possessing a dangerous drug. Justice Peter Flanagan said the circumstances of the case were sad and unusual and delivered the 2-year good behavior bond with no conviction recorded.
So what does that mean in the end?
So
he still has a conviction, like nothing recorded.
No,
so they pretty much charged him and wiped it clean.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird thing. So they get to still call cannabis a dangerous drug, but
Currently.
there's no consequences for this gentleman saving his daughter's life, as there shouldn't be any consequences because it's your child. And if you're making an educated, especially if you can prove in court that you're making an educated decision about, hey, I researched it, other people are doing it, it's worked, and it's working for me, there should be not even wasting his time with the trial.
Right. And medical marijuana it's now legal in Australia, but it's in the early stages, so the infrastructure's not there yet.
Not like they can't open up the internet and Google it, which they obviously did because they did the right thing. So I don't want to be too harsh on them. And hopefully they work on, relabeling their cannabis out there as a dangerous drug.
First of all,
Hillary's back.
I'm back. Just leave those people alone. Like, cancer is expensive, Like, you've already got all those fees to pay. You've got all that grief and pain that you're going through. And then you're going to go and lock these people up. You've got to pay for lawyers' fees. You've got to, explain to your family, what you've...
Plus the trauma. They take the children away who are sick and, need their parents close by at all times.
Right.
And something like that can make someone worse, like when they're sick. So that kind of stress, she was pretty young, but, not having 2 parents there can sometimes, lead to worsening conditions. Emotions that are not good lead to worse conditions, and I think that's very true. So just leave them alone. Leave the people with cancer alone. Let them do what they want to do.
Well, especially a 4-year-old child. And apparently, since she's been taken off the cannabis oil regimen, her condition has worsened a bit.
So the father? So there is consequences. He can't give her the cannabis treatment
anymore. He's not allowed to. At least at this point, like I say, Australia's in the early stages of their medical marijuana program, so that could reverse over time.
What a weird place to be in as a parent.
His wife left him over this.
Oh my God.
Now his wife left him for what though?
Because she didn't know that he was feeding the cannabis to her. Her condition was improving, but the wife didn't know. She suspected something. And
hey, my daughter's getting better.
I think it was actually the hospital who initially found out, but she didn't approve, and she was traumatized over it.
It's better for the child to leave.
And unfortunately, that's just due to bad education. So you can't blame her. She's been told her whole life by them that it's a dangerous drug. That in her head is the equivalent of the father giving the child heroin.
That's exactly it. She just doesn't know.
But so she will learn because now it's the topic of her every day.
Right.
And I'm sure she's receiving all kinds of wonderful emails from people who are trying to educate her on the joys of cannabis through nothing but positive smiles, I'm sure.
Well, in this case, the daughter's the only thing that matters. Right
Absolutely.
Now,
so now what do we got to go and, take the whole family and bring them to Denver or what?
I don't know. We should maybe look into that.
All right. All right. On the back of a kangaroo. We're moving the daughter to Denver. And the father, too. And the mother, but she's got to live in Oklahoma where they don't smoke and they're pissed all the time.
Either that or Nebraska.